Hey guys, what's up? It's Angelina and welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, brows are did. I'm working from home today and I wanted to just put on some light makeup, and I got sent this in the mail. It's the Glowish by Huda Beauty, the sheer concealer. I got it in the shade tan and I'm very excited to try this. It seems like it's gonna be something that's gonna be really good for every day. It's light coverage. It's giving me Rare Beauty Brightener vibes, so I don't know. I really like that product, so I'm really hoping that I feel the same way about this one. Also, I hate this top. I just don't like round necks. They just look very odd. But anyways, we're gonna get into it. I'm not gonna waste your time, but this says it is sustainable and durable. It's clean. It's supposed to give you a refreshed glow, long wearing, instantly awakens. Apply a small amount and tap to blend, blur, and brighten. Repeat to build coverage. Okay, I got the shade tan. The colors seem to be a little interesting because when I looked at the models, I couldn't really tell what color I was gonna be. And then I feel like this looks kind of dark in the packaging, but we'll see what happens. So this is the packaging. I think it's very cute. Oh, maybe I should have done one eye at a time. But I'm gonna kind of do like 3 dots, like that. And I think in comparison to my skin tone, it might be a little too warm, but you never know. So we're gonna use my concealer. This is not a concealer brush. This is just an old brush that I have that I like to use to blend concealer. And we're gonna see how this goes. So because this is a sheer product, I feel like you don't have to have your exact shade for it to work. It has like a cooling feeling to it, and it honestly feels like really lightweight. I mean, whatever is left on my brush, I'm gonna bring onto the lids. Again, I'm not really doing too much with my makeup today, so I don't need a ton of coverage on my lids or anything. I actually really like the way that that looks. You can see that it definitely gave me some hydration under there, which is very similar looking to the one from Rare Beauty. I actually think that this color looks really good on me. Initially, it did look like a little bit too warm. And honestly, I think once it blended in, it looks pretty good. We're gonna use the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Mask. I don't love this, but I also don't hate it, so that's my thoughts. I much prefer like the Sunday Fridays, Summer Fridays one that I always show you guys over this, but this one's okay. And I prefer the Forget the Filler in the actual tube, not this one. Back to the concealer, I think it looks really good. Definitely lightweight, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not someone who needs like a ton of coverage. As you guys can see, I have like obviously pigmentation because I am a person of color, so I do have like some dark pigmentation around my lids, but I don't really consider myself to be someone who has like really dark under eyes in the first place. So I think for me, like, this actually looks really good, and this is an appropriate amount of coverage that I would go for every single day because it's just enough to brighten up my overall complexion. I kind of want to see if I can build it a little bit. Not that I feel like you have to build this, because I feel like in general, if you are reaching for this, it's probably just something that you're gonna, you know, reach for like a quick errand or like just something quick. Like, I don't really think you're gonna be reaching for this on days when you're like looking for full glam, you know? Honestly, I like it. I mean, let me know your thoughts. I think it makes the under eyes look really good. I am gonna set it down because I normally do set my concealer, but I do think it looks really good and just really like healthy. Again, something you're gonna reach for on like a daily basis more than for a special occasion. So for the rest of my face, I think I'm just gonna go in and do like my everyday kind of look, which I feel like you guys have seen, but we can just talk through what I'm gonna do. I love the Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. Is like my most used tinted moisturizer because I feel like it feels like nothing on the skin, and it also manages to hold up really well throughout the day. It also has SPF 25, and it's like very lightweight and it just always looks good. So this is like such a favorite of mine, and I've been reaching for this a ton. And then I sometimes will mix in the e.l.f. Halo Glow in the shade 4, which I pretty much only go in and add kind of to the high points. This undertone is also a little bit more neutral, so I feel like it matches me a little bit better than the Smashbox one, because the Smashbox one is very yellow undertone, and then the e.l.f. Halo Glow filter is more neutral. But I'm gonna spray my sponge, which I do when I'm lazy, and I'm just gonna use this to really just get a nice light coverage layer all over the skin. Again, this is like a really good combination for everyday, and this is definitely something that if I am gonna be wearing makeup every day, this is something that I do. So I like products that give me a little bit of luminosity. As you can see, I got from the e.l.f. Halo Glow, and something that's just really pretty on the skin. Also, I prefer to use things that have SPF in them, and sometimes, like, even if I don't want to wear makeup, I will put on makeup because it has SPF in it, so I'm getting that extra layer of sun protection. No surprise here, I'm gonna use my full filter concealer just to spot conceal. It is very heavy duty, and you know, on cases like this, like, I don't really need to go in and spot conceal a whole lot because I'm not trying to look like the most flawless person ever. I'm just trying to make myself look a little bit more presentable. And in today's case, I'm probably just going to honestly go for a drive, because sometimes working from home, I'm just like so tired. I like sit at this desk and I just stare at my computer for literally 8 hours. Honestly, more than 8 hours, because I work 8 hours and then I use my computer to edit and to respond to emails and stuff like that. So sometimes it's nice to just go outside and get some sunlight, which I'm all for. Soft Pop Blush Stick in the shade Raspberry. I love this. I don't really have like one specific blush that I use every day, but I will say I love the way that this one looks, and I'm gonna switch sponges. I just like the color of this, and I feel like it blends out really well into the skin. Like, yeah, it's a very, you know, vibrant color. I think that my sponge just like absorbed all of that. My little blush brush to pack it on, because I took away like all the product on that side. That was an accident, okay? We're gonna reapply that. But as you guys can see, like, this color is definitely like a little scary looking, but it's perfect. I think it's perfect for every day because it's very vibrant, and once I go in and like set the whole face down, you'll see how much it really just gives you that nice subtle flush of pink. We're just gonna set my under eye area, my T-zone, my lids, of course, because you already know we hate when we have creasing in the lids. Gonna go in with the same powder, and I'm just going to lightly set the rest of my face. I think it's important to set your face even if you like the luminosity look, because honestly, especially in Florida, like, you have to set your face. I'm gonna use my Rimmel contour and highlight stick just for my nose and for my eye area. This is an amazing product. It is in my project pan for the year because I am trying to finish it. But oh my god, I have been trying to finish this thing for so long. So we're all done and we're ready to go run errands. This is like my quick and simple everyday look. yeah, and I'm really excited to see how the Huda Beauty under eyes hold up, if they end up looking bad or creasing or like breaking up. But so far everything looks really good, and I will check in with you guys a little bit later. It's kind of settling into the lines there, and you can see the accumulation of product. It's not horrible. Hello. So I did some of my base. I honestly don't plan on doing my makeup fully today. I just wanted to do enough so you guys could see the difference between the two products. But we're gonna compare the Glowish Bright Light Sheer Concealer and the Rare Beauty one. They're obviously different shades, but it's totally fine. Then on the right side, we're gonna use Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Medium. And I usually do 3 dots with this because that's like how it's recommended to be used. I'm gonna wipe off the brush. But that's Rare Beauty on this side versus Huda. Obviously they're different shades, so we're not really comparing that. But honestly, overall the finish kind of looks the same to me, even though they are different shades. And honestly, the coverage, I think on Huda's side is a little bit better than Rare Beauty. But they're meant to be brighteners. They're not really meant to be used for like concealing necessarily. It's just for days when you know, want like a lightweight kind of coverage. So I honestly think they both look really good. They're both hydrating. Okay, so we're mostly just like setting our under eye and then the T-zone area. But honestly, now that they're both set down, I can't really see the difference. I will say, like I said, Rare Beauty has a little less coverage than Huda from what I can see. But again, I normally use my Rare Beauty like on a daily basis as well. And I really enjoy the formula. I'll check in with you guys in a little bit and we'll see how everything is holding up. Hey guys, so I wanted to wrap up this video. Don't mind me, I have a hair mask in my hair just marinating so I can go rinse it out in a bit. But I wanted to obviously wrap up this video for you guys. So honestly, I initially was thinking that the Huda Beauty one was breaking up and kind of like separating weird underneath my under eyes. And I just couldn't remember if the Rare Beauty one did that as well. But honestly, they both have like a little bit of creasing in the fine line area. I will say though, I think Huda Beauty is creasing a little bit more and they look very similar under the under eye. I will say it does look a tad bit drier on this side than this side, but it's such a minimal difference that I don't want to say that one is worse than the other. I think personally I would probably choose the Rare Beauty over the Huda Beauty one just because it is cheaper and I feel like the consistency is a little bit more hydrating and it actually moves around under the under eye a little bit less. But I will say if you own one or the other, you definitely don't need both because I can't believe I'm like wearing them side by side and they look literally the same. And if you guys are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and my lifestyle page as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.